We've lost our history. We're the party of equality, freedom, opportunity. It's our party that has a rich history, but you wouldn't know it because we don't say it. When's the last time you saw a flyer that says, I'm a Republican because? We have an obligation, I do, have an obligation to protect the brand of this party. Because it doesn't matter whether you're for Paul Ryan, Marco Rubio, Rand Paul, Nikki Haley. The fact is, every one of these folks is going to have a big fat R next to their name. And it stands for Republican. And we have to finish what we started. Speaking of, I think Rick Perry just mentioned Ecclesiastes, right? One of my favorite verses is, starting is good, finishing is better. We need to finish what we started. Our digital and data, I'll skip that for now because we can get in the weeds on that, but I can just tell you that we need an open API platform. We need an ability for all of you and your organizations and friendly organizations to tap into all the data and use it to influence voters, parallel, not up and down from the party, but get people talking to each other. The last thing is, I happen to believe that our primary system's a disaster. I happen to believe that a 28, 23 debate traveling circus with moderators that are in the business of creating news at our party's expense has got to come to an end. And it will come to an end. We need to control the moderators. We need to set the parameters of the debate. This is not an establishment takeover. This is using your brain. You might say, well, one thing he forgot was that, Mitt Romney was kind of a duck on the pond all summer. He never defended himself. He just got defined, and it just kind of got away from everybody, and there you go, it was all over. Here's the problem. And I don't want to get in the weeds too far with you, but if you've got a candidate, we got this campaign finance laws, which are a mess. Well, when you have a candidate, there's two pots of money that they raise money into. It's a primary money pot and a general election pot. You can't use that general election pot until you get nominated at the convention. You can't get to it. You could have $100 million in that pot, but you can't get it. So if you have a candidate like Mitt Romney that's broke in June because he just came through a year-long primary, they are a duck on the pond for 3 months. So when you read that when we talk about moving the convention from the end of August to the end of June, it's so that we can get to the general election money to be able to defend these candidates. And yes, it's going to shrink the duration of the primary. It's not an establishment takeover. We're trying to do what's right. Listen, I'd rather win together than lose together, right?